Hi, I'm Ben Snowden, CEO and Positive Football Environment Leader at Cumberland FA. I just want to take you through a very short presentation to look at how your club can support us in installing a positive behavioural culture within grassroots football within the county and playing your part in protecting the future game. Nationally, there are some clear behavioural issues that we need to address within the grassroots game. Whilst incidents are on the increase in this county, it's important to remember that 99% of our games played until the 9th of January this season went without any reported incident. However, I'm aware that this is not the general perception, and whilst it's not a major issue in the county, we obviously wish to act now to ensure that we are not in a position that other county FAs have found themselves in this season. It's also important to stress here that we are not passing the buck, and ultimately we are still responsible, accountable, and committed to this work as a county FA. This is why we've developed a multifaceted approach, including campaigns and communications to promote the desirable behaviour that we are looking for. This includes silent weekends, the FA Respect programme, and social media posts. We also look at education and support for those individuals who have maybe shown undesirable behaviour. Every season we attend and deliver respect workshops for all new parents at under sevens within our 3 youth leagues. This season we have developed two new workshops for clubs and teams with low-level cases, which will look to educate rather than to fine. As a county, we've also placed direct human and financial resources into this area, where we're looking at fair play awards, the creation of a positive football group made up of representatives from across the grassroots game, and the recruitment of a number of individuals who will be sent out to watch targeted matches and report back to the county FA. Ultimately, there must be consequences and actions taken against those who refuse to be educated and or constantly demonstrate undesirable or unacceptable behaviours at grassroots football matches. This is where our discipline system comes in. When it comes to discipline, I think it's important that clubs understand the parameters that we are working within. So the basic foundations are that we can only deal with football matters. We are not the police and therefore do not have the same powers that they have. And we must investigate and work within the confines of the FA disciplinary regulations. When it comes to investigations, all complaints are investigated and we will try wherever possible to work with our clubs. Initial comments are usually requested from both clubs, match officials, and anybody else who may have witnessed the incident. We look to establish any collaborative evidence and any conflicts and follow up on these areas with questions, specifically with any independent witnesses, including referees, whose statements carry more weight. The more serious the allegation, the greater scrutiny and the greater burden of evidence we require to prove the matter. A disciplined working party made up of CFA staff meet weekly to review investigations and agree whether charges should be raised. However, we do meet a number of difficulties, which, often through no fault of yours or our own, lead to frustration within clubs and a feeling that we are doing nothing. It's important to stress that in line with FA regulations, we are not legal experts or investigators and haven't received the same training or qualifications. Charges can only be made against football participants. So a spectator, unless they have another football-specific role as a coach or a player, are not classed as a participant and so can't be charged by ourselves. Instead, in situations where a spectator is being reported, the only situation that we have available to us is to charge the club, which can seem a little unfair and counterproductive, where a club has taken positive steps to try and address any negative behaviour and at times has had very little control over the behaviour of a spectator. In line with FA discipline regulations, appellants must have the right to cross-examine any witnesses that we rely on when bringing about a charge. This means that we can't really use any anonymous statements, and anybody who is reporting an incident should be willing to attend a hearing if required. However, the major issue that we have is that we weren't there. Usually we will rely on referees as independent witnesses, and a referee's report will carry more weight than any other report around discipline. Where there is no independent witness and no referee, we usually receive a version of events from Club A and a version of events from Club B. And as you can imagine, these aren't always the same and are in fact often very, very difficult, with Club A blaming Club B and Club B blaming Club A. Where this is the case and we have no independence, this makes it very, very difficult for us to be able to establish whether version A or version B is true, and therefore makes it very difficult for us to charge. When it comes to behaviour, there is no silver bullet. I have to be honest and say we don't have all, if any, of the answers around this. And that's why we're asking for your help. We want clubs to take responsibility in addressing undesirable and unacceptable behaviour within your own club. We want you to recommit to positive actions through campaigns, e.g. support and silent weekend and any promotions, and reiterating using club codes and using spectator barriers or designated spectator areas. We also want clubs to consider sending along club officials, such as the club welfare officer, to attend any potential problematic games alongside the other welfare officer from the opposition club. As a club, we need your support, and we have created a scheme called Join the Wall. Join the Wall is asking you to protect our goal of creating a positive football environment for all. If we have any chance of tackling behaviour and for things to truly change, we need you to stand together with us in this war. Club chairs, secretaries and welfare officers are asked to sign their clubs up to a commitment statement. Clubs who sign up to this commitment statement will be sent digital assets to promote your commitment to creating a positive football environment at your club. We're also asking teams to take photos of players in a wall over the next 2 weekends until Sunday the 2nd of April and share them with us using hashtag WeJoinTheWall for a chance to win vouchers via our kit partners at kitlocker.com. What we really want is for you to take responsibility for your own club's behaviour. If we take the scenario before where we have an incident reported to us where we have no independent witness, if Club B was to investigate its own behaviour and was to find out it had some poor, low-level cases of behaviour and dealt with those accordingly, and Club B did likewise and dealt with its low-level, poor behaviour in the same way, then this would more than likely lead to significant change within those two clubs for the better. Ultimately, if that was to take place in line with FA regulations, the County FA would look to avoid any potential discipline charges, or would certainly look to reduce any sanction in terms of a fine or suspension that was afforded to the club in line with FA disciplinary sanction guidelines. As a CEO, I have to ensure that and believe that there are more good than bad in this game. Together, we can make a difference and protect the game we love. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your commitment in ensuring that we really make a big difference to the grassroots game. If you have any questions or wish to follow up, please go to cumberlandfa.com or email development@cumberlandfa.com. Thank you.